Let's begin lying down on our mats. Making a diamond shape with our hands, we're going to place that over our hip bones and our pubic bone as we tuck, feeling the pubic bone rise, and come into a neutral spine, feeling the hips draw downward. And keep going like this, just sort of feeling out the different placements of your posture. Let's maintain that neutral here, so you'll feel a little space between your low back and the mat, allowing your hands to come down by your sides. Inhale, tucking the chin. Exhale, come on up and lower. Again, inhale to prepare. Exhale, come on up and lower. This is kind of like a crunch. And lifting up, trying to use the abdominals to lift yourself up and not the neck, so there shouldn't be any straining in the neck. Transitioning here to lifting the legs. And instead of maintaining a neutral pelvis, let's go ahead and just make sure you've really got that pubic bone reaching up to the sky so that you have a supported pelvis. Feel free to keep the legs up or keep them down, whatever feels best for you today. Still lifting up as you exhale and inhaling to relax. The exhale really helps activate the abs. That's why we do that on the effort. Go ahead and just relax down for a moment, planting your feet down if they were up. Now let's bring our hands behind our head and we'll do a more traditional crunch series. We'll go up for 5 with our feet down. This is 4 and 3. Exhale up on 2. Last one. Now optionally raising the right leg. Single leg here. Try to keep the abdominals reaching toward the floor instead of puffing out toward the ceiling. Switching, now other leg lifts for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet down or both feet up. 4, 3, 2, last one. Extending the legs toward the ceiling and repeating. Can keep them bent if that is too much on the hamstrings. 3 more. 2, 1, and let's do some pulses. Extend your arms towards your feet, lifting yourself up to pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Hugging the knees in, doing any movement that feels good, maybe rocking side to side or drawing circles around with your pelvis. With our knees bent, we'll go ahead and do some lower abdominal crunches. Hands can be down by your side or they can be up in a goalpost. This can sometimes help relax the tension in the shoulders. But truly just do whatever makes you feel those lower abdominals the best without causing tension in other parts of your body. 4 more. These are very intentional. We're trying not to use momentum by jamming the knees toward our chest, creating a little bit more effort there. And then if you'd like, continue to do this with extended legs. And for this one, you may need to adjust your arm placement. That's perfectly fine, either down by your sides or up above. Trying to lift your toes straight up as much as you can. Obviously, there's a little bit of movement, but we want to minimize that, and even I could be doing less movement than I'm seeing at this time. But still try to focus on that pulling in and back of the lower abdominals. That's what raises the legs. Pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax it in. Another recovery moment, gently rocking, releasing that low back. It might be stressing. Let's extend our legs forward for some leg raises. Our objective here is to raise the legs using the low back. So as we lower them down, start to notice if your pelvis tilts. We are trying to avoid that tilt. We're trying to keep that supported pelvis with the low back pressing into the mat. So stop yourself from going to the point of no return. Feeling free to keep your knees bent if that helps a little bit for now. And focus on finding your edge of where your lower abdominals can support the weight of your legs. Just a few more here, and a reminder to try to challenge yourself and just see. Maybe try the legs straight. Maybe you go a little less than before. And relaxing down. Let's try a handful more, extending the legs up. We are going to hinge our legs forward using the lower abdominals. Exhale as you come back up to the starting position. Just a couple more here, and then we're going to practice a hold. Yes, here we go. Let's hold. This is a position where your back feels supported. And then relax. Slowly rocking side to side, maybe planting the feet down and going into a windshield wiper motion. This can feel really good on the back. Just a couple more gentle movements to restore the low back. And let's find our way again into extended legs, reaching your arms up overhead. Inhale here to prepare, tucking the chin, and then exhale, slowly roll and peel up the upper body, folding over the legs, and then tucking the tail and unfurling back down onto the mat. Repeating. Coming on up, one vertebra at a time. Notice little sticky spots. I'm definitely working through mine, taking it a little slower here to really activate the core fully. As we tuck that tail, same thing here, one vertebra down on the mat at a time. Can you slow it down with a little more control? Big inhale at the base. Exhale, draw the ribcage down into the mat and slowly peel on up. Extending over the legs and coming back down onto the mat. This will be our last one. So inhaling here, exhaling as we come on up and fold over. This time, instead of rolling all the way down, we'll find our edge where we can maintain staying up and lift the legs. Holding here or adding a little bit of a crunch, upper and lower body crunch. Holding here for just a little bit longer and then hugging the knees in, relaxing on your back. Keeping our knees bent with hands underneath the knees or on top of the shins, we'll lean up and slowly roll up. This time with our knees bent, still operating slow and controlled, allowing each vertebra to come down. On the way up, doing your best to try to slow it down. It's not easy. I'm also reintegrating this movement into my practice. Let's do a couple more at this pace. Slowly lifting up. We'll balance for a moment on the sits bones before we tuck them and slowly roll back down. Here's our final one. As we come up, we'll stay up. And we're going to switch a little bit to going faster. It's called rolling like a ball in Pilates. This is where we kind of maintain that curve in the spine. It's going to be really restorative for back pain, as it's kind of like a moving massage. We'll do just a couple more. On this next one, we'll stay up. You're going to extend the leg forward, maybe reach the hands toward the ceiling or your feet, and just hold. This is also a boat pose. Maybe slowly try to lower down. I lost control there, but hopefully you did better than me. And relax. With your hands overhead, let's cross our right leg over our left and reach our arms over to the left, extending that right side body. And then switching sides, left leg over right, reaching over to the right side. Coming back to center, bringing the soles of your feet together, knees spread in a butterfly pose, maybe gently rocking to settle in, maybe placing your hands on your belly, allowing you to feel each gentle rise and fall of your belly as you breathe here, cooling down after this ab-focused workout. Feel free to stay here a little bit longer. or make your way up to a seated position to finish out our practice. Thank you so much for joining me today.